Hey, what's up everybody? It's your boy Yagor and we're back for another video today. Today we're gonna be working on the R7 again. We're gonna be wrapping up this stunt build thing that we're working on. I'm pretty excited. We got some really good parts for today. It's a lot though. It's gonna take me a minute for sure, but it's really good shit, so I'm excited. So let me show you what we're working with today. All right, so this is all we got for today. We're gonna be doing a 54 tooth sprocket, new chain, the 6-shop Saggy asphyx. We're doing new chain tensioners because the stock ones are known for giving out and failing. We're doing new brake lines, and we're installing the SS Moto big brake kit. So it's gonna be the big brakes. I believe they're 310 mil with the SS Moto bracket for handbrake as well. I'm gonna be doing that with a P32 Brembo. The only reason I am not doing the handbrake today is because I don't have brake lines. That's the only thing I'm missing. I already got the RSC 14 and I got the monoblock. Oh shit. And I got the Brembo monoblock ready for it. I just don't have the brake lines for it yet. So that's all I'm really waiting on to throw the handbrake. So that's good because I can do that a separate video, and bleeding the handbrake usually takes a minute. But at least I'll have everything else on there and ready for the handbrake setup. So let's get started on that. All right guys, first of all, don't judge me. This is how I'm lifting my bike. With fucking ratchet straps. I got them just around the subframe and it lifts the bike up. It's good, it works. The only reason I'm doing that is because my bike stand, I'm missing the other leg for it. So I only got one, which sucks. So if anybody want to send me a new bike stand, I'd be so happy. But yeah, until then, this is what we're working with, and this will get the job done. It's a little sketchy, it moves a little bit, but it's definitely not gonna fall or drop the bike. And even if the bike does drop, we got full cage on it, so we should be good. First things first though, I'm gonna take the rear wheel off. Take this plastic off here as well, because I'm gonna need to get that out the way so I can put the Saggy asphyx. And then I'm just gonna chop this chain off since I got a new one, and I should be good. All right guys, now I got the wheel off, got the chain tensioners off, and they're right here. Got those off, and then I also got the case, looks like the cover for the front sprocket off as well, because when I put the new chain in, I'm gonna need to like guide it on the front sprocket to put it on. So everything's off and out of the way. So I'm gonna start with the sprockets. Slap the sprockets on there, slap the brakes on there, and then I'm gonna get in to the Saggy asphyx because I feel like that's gonna be like the most complicated part. It's not that bad, but I feel like that's gonna take up the most work. So I'm gonna start that. Now we're gonna slap on this bad boy. Look how good looking this sprocket is though. It looks so cool. I think it's billet. It's really light, but feels very sturdy. I don't know how to explain it, but it looks really cool. Vortex makes pretty good sprockets. This is like the third time I put this on my bike. I used to have it on a CBR 600, and then my FZ07. Both had it, and they did very well. The FZ07 was a 52 tooth, which was a little smaller, and I decided to go with 54 on this one. Oh, and another thing that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put some red Loctite on the sprocket. I don't really plan on taking it off anytime soon unless they go bad. And if they do go bad, I can just apply some heat and get the bolts off. But I just don't want them to ever get loose, because that would be very bad news. Alright guys, now for the rotor. I would be more careful on these than the sprocket. The sprockets are actual nuts. For the rotor, they're like Allen bolts. You don't want to strip those out. I've done it before. It is a pain in the ass to get them off. Especially because if they're stock, they're usually red Loctite, so they're on there, and it's just a pain. You're basically gonna have to cut the rotor off or get an extraction kit or whatever. The extraction kit didn't even work for me when I did mine, so I had to like cut into the rotor itself. So if you're gonna break torque, well, if you're gonna take the bolts off, break the torque with a breaker bar first. You'll thank me later. You do not want to go through that, I promise. Yeah, and I was just talking about it, and I stripped one with a breaker bar. These bolts are extremely sensitive, and yeah, this sucks. So now I'm gonna have to find a new bolt to put them on there because it's fucking stripped. That is so annoying. Well, that's not gonna work. This is where the cutting begins. Shit sucks. Alright. So now I got like one of these star-shaped, I don't even know what the name of it is. This has just blown my time. It sucks, it is what it is though. So I hammered that on there now. And I'm praying to God this works, because I don't know what else to do. My grinder broke. Yeah. Wish me luck. Oh, no way. Dude, I literally went to war with this freaking bolt. And it's out. That's the big boy rotor. I'm going to compare it to the other one in size. Where's it? Here, this is the difference in size. It's like, it's a big difference. But the good thing about this is that there's more space for the heat to disperse instead of this, where you'll get brake fade because the rotor will get too hot. This has so much space for the heat to move on the rotor, so it gives better braking, you know? All right, guys, now I'm gonna start working on the saggy ass fix. Just these 3 bolts, they're 14s on both ends. It's gonna be this one. I'm gonna move the camera a little bit so you can get a little better view in there. So yeah, you can see it from here. So this one, 14 on both sides. This one down here, and then that one in front over there. And you take all those 3, you're gonna remove this little bracket, which is like an L. It looks exactly like the saggy ass fix. And you take that off and you're gonna replace it for that one. Boom, it's out. All right, guys, I removed the original, I guess, brace that they have for the suspension here. This one is a saggy ass fix. So they look extremely similar, but if you line them up, I'd say like this. These 2 are closer than the stock one. I believe they bring these 2 closer and make this one longer, and I guess that's the difference between the 2, really. But all I know is that it actually makes a difference. I had it on my FZ07. At the time I wasn't filming videos, so I didn't really compare the 2. But the butt of the bike definitely sits higher, and it's more firm, I would say. But to swap this one on, you're gonna have to get these 3 little bushings out, right? And then at the same time, you're also gonna have to remove these little rubber. This is also another bushing. There's like a little roller in there. It's like a bearing. So you're gonna have to get these bearings out to swap over to the new one as well. And then you put the bushings through those. So this can be a little tricky if you don't have like a vise. What you can do, and I'll show you guys how to do it, because that's how I'm gonna do it, because I don't have a vise. You can get a socket the same size as this one, same size as this bushing, and just put a rag on it so it doesn't damage, and then beat it through, honestly. And that's what I'm gonna do because I don't have a vise. So I'll show you guys the process of doing that as well. It's the second time I do this, so I know that it can get a little annoying, but it's not bad. So let me show you how to do it. All right, guys, so I got a 16 socket. A 17 would be like the exact fit. That's just a little sketchy to me. I didn't want to like beat on the ends of the metal thing itself. So I got this little dirt bike stand, which is gonna help a lot. So I'm just gonna line it up there, get a hammer, and just start lightly beating it through. You don't have to literally like slam it, you know, just go slow, because at the end of the day you don't want to break this too. So you just keep going, take your time with it. All right, so the only thing I did, I just switched out for a long socket instead. So I got more room to hold, but yeah. Hey guys, I also forgot to mention, I started doing it the wrong way basically. These little rubber ends right here, they'll pop off before you actually start beating them through, or else you'll damage them. Luckily, I realized that before I actually damaged mine. I wasn't really putting all the strength into actually like getting it out. So yeah, that's what they look like right there. It's little rubber end caps, and I believe that's just so dirt doesn't get into the actual bearings you can see in there. It's just to keep it clean. So yeah, before you actually start using the socket and beating on it, see, now that's a lot better, and I believe it'll go a lot smoother as well. And you can preserve those little rubber things for the new ones you're gonna put on. So, and just like that, it's out. So now you just do the reverse process with the new one. All right, guys, now it's just a reverse process. Don't forget to put your little sleeves in there, inside of the bearings. And so this is gonna be the only different thing that this differentiates from the stock one. The stock one sits in there like this, right? This one, you're gonna put it in there like this. So the two closer ends go forward, the long end goes to the back. So that's what's gonna raise the butt higher. Also, don't forget that the longer bolt goes in the middle one. It's the only longer bolt and the only one with a washer. So just remember that this one is the one that goes in the middle. And all the bolt heads should be on the right side, going in from the right, going to the left. So this is where the washer is gonna go. So let me slap that on there for you. Back all the way now. And you don't really have to worry about like Loctite with these nuts and bolts because they're self-locking nuts. So they'll have their own pressure and lock itself in place. So let's tighten that up so we can move on. All right, guys, now that the wheel is on, I'm gonna put on the rear brake. This is a P32, like I said. Everything is loose installed right now. I haven't tightened the axle yet, but now I'm just gonna slap this bad boy on there. And then put the brake line on. But I gotta get this bad boy out first. There we go. So that's sitting in place now. Boom. And boom. All right, since that's on there now, I'm gonna slap on the ABS sensor, which should go in right here like that. It's really easy to install. Then put the little Allen in place. All right, now for the brake line. None crazy. The only thing you got to remember is that you need 2 crush washers, and the kit that you usually buy the line from comes. I got a HL line, whatever, and it comes with exactly what I need. So one's gonna go on the bolt, the other, and then it's gonna go through the little elbow and then back. So you're basically gonna sandwich it. All right, now that the master's on, now I just gotta connect it to the caliper, like so. And for me to do that, just same process again. 2 crush washers on the elbow. Gotta sandwich the elbow in between one washer and the other, like this. Like that. Now we can just slap it into where you need it to go. All right, now that the line is in, I'm gonna start bleeding, putting fluid and bleeding the line. So we can get that rear brake going. So that shouldn't be that hard. All you have to do to bleed the line, you're gonna fill the reservoir up here, which is already filled now with old fluid. So I'm gonna open the bleeder valve and let the fluid go all the way through. After all that old fluid goes through, then I'm gonna start filling new fluid and then start pumping it. So you can get new fluid, fresh fluid in there. Boom. And just like that, after 300 years, the rear tire does not take that long to bleed. It is really not bad. You just got to make sure all this gunk that you dropped
on your tire, make sure you wash it. Get it off your tire. You will eat shit if that's on your tire. So I plan on giving the bike a full detail when I'm done with everything I'm doing today. And so until then, it's gonna sit like this for a little bit until I actually go wash it. But yeah, you should be good. Just don't let it sit on anywhere. I'd even spray it down with some product just to clean it a little bit. You don't want it to peel your paint or anything like that. I don't think it'd do that, but might as well avoid it. Freshie. What's up, boys? All right, so we're back. Last night my camera died, so I didn't finish, well, I didn't get to film the rest of the chain, but it's pretty straightforward. What I did was just rivet the chain on there. It looks kind of dirty now, don't mind it. Just rivet the chain on there. The chain is on, Sprocket is on, Saggy ass fix is on. Can't really see it, you can see a little bit right there, is on. This side is my favorite because it looks so pretty. So SS Moto, the caliber adapter, the big brake kit, the Brembo P34 brakes and lines are blood, ABS is disconnected, and so now we wash her. She's been looking kind of dirty. I've never did like a proper wash on it, so this is what we're gonna do now. Make sure it's money so we can test it out at the lot day today. So yeah, let's go clean this bad boy. All right, guys, that's a wrap for today's video. Did tons of everything on this. Rear end is basically solid. The only thing missing is the handbrake. Got the Sprocket, the big brake kit, the P34 brake line, Sprocket chain. This bike is money now. I'm gonna go test it out at the lot today. But hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hope it was informational. Hope you enjoyed it, and just stay tuned. I'll be posting videos every Thursday at 9 a.m. I might skip one here or there, you know, just life happens. But hope you enjoyed today's video, and stay tuned because there's more to come. So peace. Thanks for watching, guys.